Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you are doing extremely well. So today we are going to solve another very important lead code SQL problem, which is delete duplicate emails. So this is a very popular SQL interview question because it teaches delete statement, self join, and duplicate handling and keeping minimum ID records. So in this video, I will explain everything step by step in very simple way. So let's start. So the problem statement here, like the question gives us one table called person. Okay. So as you can see in the example, there is a one table which is the person table, and it has some data like ID. There are two columns, which is the ID column and is the email column. So ID column has some ID, unique ID, and email column has email IDs. So understand the problem. So the question says that delete duplicate emails, but keep only one unique email with the smallest ID. Okay. So it means that we need to delete the duplicate query, but one thing that we need to observe here. So here there is a little bit confusion like which query do you want to delete. So as in a question they all mention that you need to delete the greater ID. Like keep the smallest ID and delete the mm, maximum. Like which value is maximum ID. Okay, so as you can see in the example, like ID is one and it's John as the rate example.com. Second one is the Bob at the rate example.com, and third is the John at the rate example.com. So it means that there are two data which is the duplicate. First one is the with the ID one, and second one is the ID three. But here we are delete the ID three because smallest is the 1 and greater is the 3, so we will delete the greater means 3 and keep the 1 and 2. So the our answer is 1 john at the example.com and second one is the bob at that example. So I hope question you understand very well. Okay, so our final output looks like this. Are you getting me point? So important observation here. Now let's think carefully here. We need to compare rows inside the same table because there is only one table. And here we are performing the multiple operations. That's why we can say that here we are performing the multiple operation in the same table. So we can say that we need self join here. As earlier video we have already discussed about the self join. So as we know that self join is means like joining the table with itself. Why? Because duplicate emails are inside the same table, so we need to compare one row with the another row. Got it? So we are using the same table twice. So the main logic here, if two emails are same and one id is greater than other id, if two emails are same, like these emails are same and one id is greater than second id, then we need to delete the second id which is the greater, and smaller which is the one we will keep. Okay, so now let's write down the query step by step. Then so like delete p1. Okay, so we want to delete rows from table alias p1. Okay, so simple meaning of that particular line is that, so from person p1. Got it? First copy of the table. This is the first copy of the table. Got it? And now let's apply the join person p2. Means that second copy of the same table. Okay. First copy this is, and now join the second copy. We are creating another copy of that particular table using the join And now let's apply the condition, which is the on p1 dot email is equal to p2 dot email. It means that we are check the emails are same or not. Okay, equal to means that we are checking that email person 1 and person 2 email as same or not. And we will also apply the another condition, and p1 dot id is greater than p2 dot id. So also we are comparing that p1 id must be greater than a p2 id. If this condition is true, then we will return our final answer. Okay. So here we are checking like this checks is p1 is greater. If p1 is greater, then if condition is true, then delete bigger id now. Okay. If p1 is greater than p2, then we will delete the uh, bigger id. Okay. So final query, our final query looks like that. And now let's understand the query part again, like dry run. So now let's understand how to query works internally. So take a two copies in the same table. In the same table, we are creating two copies. Okay. In a first copy, like P1, which is the which have some IDs data, and email has some email. And in a P2 as well, we are creating another P2 table, and data will remain same. Okay. Then step two, check the condition. This will check that condition. Okay. So matching rows. Which one is the matching rows? So this is the matching rows, and this is the matching row. So when the matching rows is completed, then we will apply the another second condition like that. P1 dot id is greater than pt dot id. Then first row like P1 id like this, and P2 id again P2 id is 1. 1 is greater than 1. No, this is not false. Do not delete. Do not delete. Second row. Okay, now let's compare the second row. Is P3 is P3 this is greater than P2 ID? Oh, yes, yes, this is greater. So delete row with ID 3. Okay, so the final remaining data our will be looks like that. This is the final. Okay, so here we are using the self join because duplicates emails exist in a same table. Are you getting my point? Duplicates email exist in a same table, so we need to compare rows within the same table. Are you getting my point? So the this is the one of the most important SQL pattern. So self join plus greater ID. Like we are applying the self join, and then we are applying the condition. Like we are deleting the greater ID. So yeah, so this is it in this problem. So the final revision of this question, like we have all learned in this question, like a delete statement, first one. Second one is the self join. Here we are applied the self join, and duplicate remove also we have applied. Okay, and keeping the minimum ID as well, and also the some logic of the interview perspective. So yeah, guys. So this was the complete explanation of the delete duplicate emails, and now let's okay. Okay, so even dot email. I think there is a spelling mistake. Yeah, run successfully. Now let's submit. Yeah, submit it successfully. So this was the complete explanation of the delete duplicate emails. So I hope you had understood the concept clearly. So if this video helped you, then like the video, share with your friends, subscribe to the channels, and comment which SQL problem you want next. See you in next SQL tutorial. Thank you so much.